Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Hi, friends.
Hey,
Hi, friends. Hey, Miss Arbara, what's going down? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm just a ball of smiles, just a ball of smiles, and
Like I
glad
matched
the day's
the
over.
I matched the wall today.
You did what today?
I said I matched the wall today. Look at the colors.
You do match the wall. You do match the
So
wall. I like the blue wall. That blue wall is so cool.
even my nails match. Look.
So you got the nails to match it too?
But I've had these nails for a few weeks. So technically the wall matches me today because I was
Gotcha. Gotcha. So you match the wall, and your nails are weeks old, but you match the wall. I know we didn't try to do it on purpose, though.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
Don't throw nothing at me. Welcome to MTG After Dark, everybody. Now listen. And now let me go ahead and do it like this. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. This conversation is for our opinions and for your entertainment only, please. please Please be 18 years older to watch this show, you listen to this show, and participate in a conversation. How would we prefer you to be 21 years old? Now, I done said that. I don't listen. We've said this before. I don't want your mammy and your pappies coming in our inbox talking about my child watch y'all show, and I'm trying to figure out why y'all talk the way y'all do when we already put the viewer down there, the discretionary down there. So just need you to know that because tonight we're gonna have some real grown folks conversation on tonight, and I think it's gonna be quite fun to talk about.
I don't know if I'm old enough for this conversation.
I don't know if I'm old enough for this conversation.
I'm just saying this is a mess.
I don't know if I'm ready for this conversation, but I guess we can jump right in it. So let's go ahead and start this way. Do you want to go ahead and start with the fan questions first? Or do you want to start with your after dark question that you have? You want to start with that one, or do you want to go ahead and talk about this color struck thing? Well, you
Uh,
tell me.
Start with the fan stuff, color struck stuff first, and we'll do mine last because mine will bring us back to Earth ish.
Okay, okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm pulling up the questions right now. Everybody do us a favor, go ahead and follow us. Thank you so much for subscribing to us and all that good stuff. We sure appreciate it. I'm trying to get through sharing this with everybody that I know actually is what's going on with me. That's why I'm looking down. So don't y'all be tripping with me because I'm just sharing the broadcast. All right, so here's the question. Here's the question. I This question came in on actually, this question came in twice. This question came in twice, and so listen. If you got any questions or any comments or anything like that that you want us to know, myself and Miss Arbor to answer for you, the number is scrolling down at the bottom. Go ahead and send us a text, or you can give us a telephone call, leave us a message. We definitely be more than happy to do that. Or you can email us at nastygas@gmail.com. So here it is. This is the question. Here it goes.
Like to hear it go.
I sent this question in now twice in hopes y'all will answer this.
In case you ignored my previous email, motherfucker, I said I need some help.
But I don't remember this question coming because I would have remembered this question. I would have remembered this one, but okay. But here it is. Okay, so it says, my mom has been a lesbian all my life. You know what? You're not supposed to listen to the question like this. My mom has been a lesbian all my life. She has a girl. Well, she has this girlfriend that she has been with for about 3 years. My mom had a serious accident and we thought that we had lost her. She has recovered well, but during her recovery, her girlfriend and I got closer and we have been sexual ever since. My mom took 6 months to recover and she is happier than ever. She's back, has her life, and her girlfriend can now possibly go ahead and get married. How can I tell her that I'm in love with her girlfriend? Please help. Please help. He
Okay,
said twice.
first question is our um the person that wrote the letter, note, text message, messenger pigeon, is this person a male or a female?
This is a male.
So mama's girlfriend got some dick. You you dick down your mama's girlfriend. I mean, unless you were a test tube baby, mommy had some dick at some point too.
So just those of you that's just joining, we just finished reading the fan letter. Long story short, in the fan letter, young man wrote into us. His mom's been a lesbian all his life. She had a terrible accident within her recovery time. This young man started messing with his mom's girlfriend, and in the process of him messing with the girlfriend during mom's recovery, she has no clue about what's going on. She's much more happier at this time because she is now recovered, and she wants to plan a wedding with her girlfriend. So the young man feels the need that his mom should know how can he tell her that he's been dicking down his mama's girlfriend. So can I just say this? First of all, let me go here. Let me go here. Oh, I don't want to say be dishonest about it. However, at this time, if the girlfriend kind of made her mind up what she's going to do, I mean, do you think you really need to tell your mom? I
Are
mean,
they
she
gonna
just
continue
had,
fucking though? If they're gonna
huh?
continue fucking, then yeah, I said if they're gonna continue fucking, then yes, he needs to say something. Because what if girlfriend ends up pregnant with his step sibling, half sibling? How you
Well,
gonna
step
explain
half
that?
sibling, step sibling, yeah. And then too, I mean, I agree with that. And then too, not only that, you put yourself in a situation to where I believe that you've been scoping out your mama's girlfriend for a long time. I mean, stuff like that to me just don't happen. I'm
I mean,
not saying that it's
there is a psychological thing, son, uncle, right? There is a
right,
psychological thing where sometimes children are attracted to their parents. It usually happens when there's been a I wasn't raised with this person, I was adopted and I finally met my biologicals. You know, there is an incestuous attraction that happens at that point a lot of times. So there is some psychology behind it. However, in this particular situation, I got questions. Like, first of all, who's the man in the relationship? Because, like, one of them is going to be slightly more masculine than the other. So, is your mama the girl or is the girlfriend the girl? Because if the girlfriend's the man in the relationship, you dicking down the dude in your mama relationship. And that's, like, weird, too.
well, there are some women who are more aggressive, or I should say more dominant, that still like playing with penis.
Well,
And I'm
clearly
not
she
talking about
likes playing with
dildos,
penis if she's fucking the stepson. Run. Run. Are you willing to damage the relationship with your mother? If you're going to keep putting your penis inside of your mother's property, then you're running the risk of losing your mom. Because
but is it his mama's property? I mean, remember, y'all remember back in the day. I mean, not back in the day. Remember we talked about a little while
If
ago.
you
Do
lick
not
it, it's yours.
if you hadn't put a ring on it, you're still classified as available.
But you're supposed to be a lesbian.
I mean, there's such thing as lesbians that like penis.
They're
I mean, it
bisexual.
is.
That would be
I mean, maybe. I
bisexual.
mean, maybe. And do you think maybe Mama knew that her girlfriend's bisexual? I mean, Mama had to be bisexual at some point. I mean,
That's what I
I mean,
said.
at
I
some
mean,
point.
apparently Mama liked penis at some point too, because we have a son now. But I'm just saying, this is stupid. You're being stupid. Why? How would you like it if your mama was fucking your girlfriend? Keep it in the family. You know what? I love you.
I don't know who is commenting under MTG. Who does that? I know who it is.
I know who it
Never mind.
is.
I know who that is. Never mind. It's the only other person that can do it because that other one can't do it. But yeah, uh, um, um, I'm just. I guess maybe I'm not confused by it. I'm just more or less. I ain't gonna say I'm jealous. I'm just gonna say
You
that
ain't that jealous.
I mean, you messing with your mama's girlfriend, so she got to be. I wonder
Like,
if the girlfriend
are you and your
is
mom
this
like cool
younger.
like that? Like, are you and your mom cool like that where y'all can go out and pick up bitches together?
No, no, he is. Oh well, maybe him and his mom might be. Ain't I mean, I
That's
don't
what I'm
tell.
saying. Like, if you're old enough to be screwing her, then you're probably old enough to have gone out and like met people at a bar. So, have you and your mom ever gone out and like pulled chicks together?
You know, or you and your mom may have the same type, may have the same type of woman that y'all like.
I'm uncomfortable with this. I feel like it's too close to incest, and I worry about you getting your mom's fiance. If you're planning a wedding, you got to be engaged. I worry about you knocking up your mom's girl, and then you having, hey, Alicia, then you having your own brother son situation going on. Like, how's she gonna pull that off? She gonna say she wants to be inseminated, and like all of a sudden the kid comes out and looks like you.
And then your mama got to be bothered with the fact that she is your child's stepmama, grandmama.
The most, I just had the most disturbing thought, and this is definitely not a show for the easily squeamish or anybody that's probably under 25, because I don't want to melt your brain. But you understand, like, if they're planning a wedding and your mama's all healed up, your mama is probably doing it again with her. So, like, what if there's some cross contamination going on here? Like, the idea that I don't
So
want to
you
say it
would
out. I don't want to say it out loud, but you know where I'm going with this, right? Like,
that would mean
I'm
that
gonna beat your fucking ass if I realize that I've had your shit in my face. I'm just saying, don't do that. Stop.
so that means that the girlfriend would need to be very clean.
Stop. Stop. Don't do it no more. Cause
Yeah.
I would fight you. I don't care if you're my son, I would fight you. Because now I got to think about, was that all her? Was like, no, I don't need those thoughts in my head when I'm with the person that I'm trying to marry. I would beat your ass. You're my kid. I took you out of this world. I'll make another one that look just like you. Stop it.
So I think he should just count his losses and just go on by his business, start his own life, do whatever you need to do. You cannot be in love with your mama's girlfriend. That is going to create a whole lot of damage. And not well, no, you've already created damage. Now let's say that you've already created a lot of damage that hopefully your mom, if you decide to open your fat trap, that she can deal with because she's dealing with two kinds of betrayal. She's dealing with the betrayal of her child and the betrayal of the one she loves. And is she healthy enough mentally to deal with something like that after such a brutal recovery of 6 months? I mean, why would you do your mama like that? I
As a
just
sexual wellness professional, I will also ask that you go and seek counseling because there's something that's a little bit fucked up in your head if you are in the mix with anybody your mama's sleeping with. You need counseling. You got mommy issues.
moving right along.
Why am I not drinking again? I need to drink.
I don't know. I'm drinking. What y'all drinking out there? Do y'all have a cocktail? Go and grab you a cocktail because we got a couple of things we're gonna talk about on tonight. So let's go ahead and deal with this, Miss Arbor. I need to talk about this because I felt offended, and
You felt
and when I feel offended, I try to take it in before I get defensive because I can get defensive real quick because y'all know I'm sensitive about my shit. And so I was told, I was told that I am color struck. Okay, color struck. Me, I'm color struck. So
funny.
the idea is that the question that I'm proposing is shouldn't people have a right to have a certain kind of type of person that they like? For example, if you like bright skinned people, for example, that you're more attracted to and all this kind of stuff, shouldn't you have that right to be attracted to more light skinned people or more dark skinned people or more thin or thick or whatever floats your boat? Versus you being color struck. Now, me personally, I mean, I have been, you know, I don't discriminate. Puerto Rico, ginger snap, light skin, brown skin, chocolate. I mean, so I've never really had an issue. But I guess maybe because I was called color struck because a couple of my friends that noticed that the people I date are usually a little bit taller and light skinned. I was like, no, that just so happened to be who I was attracted to at the time. And so I'm trying to figure out what this
Doesn't matter
type thing.
really. Like, I have a type. Thank you, Reggie. It really is. If it's not, then I got more questions. But like at the end of the day, does it matter? I have preferences. Obviously, color is not a preference. I was married to a white man and I was married to a black man. So color was not my preference. But every man that I have ever dated has facial hair and glasses. Even if they don't wear their glasses full time, they still wear glasses or contacts. I like glasses. I like facial hair. So that does not mean I don't like a clean shaven man. They've clean shaven before. But are you going to judge me because of that?
I don't know. I mean, I just think that you like what you like.
Now, like if you out here on your platform and you're saying, I don't date white girls, I only date, black girls. Okay, you're allowed to say that, but will some people feel some kind of way? Probably. Because there'll be somebody that's got a crush on you or something like that that feels like I just got knocked out of the category. So maybe it's not that they feel like you're really color struck. They just have seen who you've been with in the recent history and didn't feel like they had a chance.
but I guess maybe and it's really really weird because you know I guess I do know that like there are a few people that I know that really just into light skinned women. That's just the way it is. It's not that they are prejudice against dark skinned women, but a lot of dark skinned women that's tried to date a couple of my homies is like, okay, well, all you like is them bright hoes. Okay, but that's not fair to say that. That's
Why
not
come
right.
she got to be a hoe?
And to me, I just think whatever turns you on is what you got to be ready to deal with. And so I just feel like why not just do your thing or whatever the case is. Oh, Ray said I was told that, but no,
You were told what? That it's all pink, or that you were color struck?
that he color struck.
Oh,
See, this has been
I don't
actually.
know. I need to see a list of the people that you've dated so I can judge for myself.
I can definitely say that Hendrix is not color struck. I can say that because I've seen a variety. You see what I'm saying? So and I don't mean a variety as in a lot of people. What I'm saying is that it's never just been like, for example, all light skinned women. For example, it's been light skinned, dark skinned, chocolate. You know, like me. It. There are some people
I
that
think
just
you're
like this
running.
shit. I just don't know what else to say about that shit. I don't
I
know.
think you're both running into people who feel like they do not have a chance with you or with Reggie, and they have to feel better about themselves by saying you must be color struck, and I don't fit that color. That's all.
Do you think that it's more or less women that feel a certain kind of way about color and shape and
Well,
size?
in our community, we make it a big deal. Yeah, we were always taught that the light skins are better because the master done made a couple of light babies, and them babies get to stay in the house. So, like, from ever and a day, the lighter the better. It ain't right if it ain't right. It ain't right if it ain't white. Isn't that what the white folks used to say? So, and it carried over. So amongst our community, oh, she's light skinned, so she's prettier. Oh, he's light skinned, so he's more handsome. They got good hair. They got this, they got that. We've made it an issue. We're racist amongst ourselves.
I tapped the bell. Tap. But that is so true. That is true. Like I hate to hear people say, and I know people just be kind of joking and shit, but I hate to hear people say, shit, light skin is in. Dark skin ain't never been out. I hate to hear shit like that because it's verbiage and it's language of separation and not inclusion. That to me bothers me. I don't like it when I hear that. And for y'all, those of you that are watching, listen, black people, we make some beautiful stuff. You know what I'm saying? We come in all shapes, different, all colors, all shades of color, all shapes, sizes, poise. We ghetto, we ratchet, we ghetto bougie. We are a lot of different things. You know, we're smart, we're intelligent. We are creative, we're innovative, and I don't understand why we just cannot, just like who you like and just move on with your damn life and don't do, like the man did and sleep with your mama's girlfriend, type shit. I wonder if I wonder if the son got a type.
Does the type look like your mother? Or do you have the same
Ooh,
type as your mother because you want to fuck the same people your mama be fucking? Like, is this the first one you've ever fucked? I still got questions.
I wonder if yeah, I wonder if he look like his mama. And then when the girlfriend is doing it to him, do she
I
think
mean,
about
like,
the mama because he looks?
yeah, your mom would be perfect if she had a penis and you look just like your mom.
That would be some crazy shit. Too, y'all could be doing it. And let's just say he got dreads and they hanging down while he on top of you, and you instantly
I
get a
don't
vision of his
know.
mama.
No. I don't need any more visuals than I could already imagine. Don't. No. God. I
Well, just
need.
love on who you want to love on. Shit, that's all I'm saying. Be nice and good to yourself and stuff like that. You know what, Miss Arbor? Somebody asked me that should we add a zodiac analysis on After Dark? And I was like, a zodiac analysis? I was like, well, what sign did you want to talk about? And they was like, well, I think we should talk about the different compatibilities of the signs that your viewers are actually dating. So, like for example, an Aquarius, Scorpio. I would ever think that an Aquarius and a Scorpio would actually pair together, but after further reading, it says that Aquarius and Scorpio will have some explosive and volatile sex, and it
That
says
happens with most Scorpio connections.
and it says
Scorpios
that
are the most sexual sign in the zodiac and the most emotional. So we tend to being in a physical situation with the Scorpio tends to be a little intense.
that's what I'm told. I read that and it says that Aquarius likes the emotional being of the Scorpio, however, hates to be questioned by them, but and likes to
We
ask
got
questions of
questions.
other people. Yeah, yeah,
We got
that is
questions
true.
all the time. Now, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and then another pair, which was really odd, was Taurus and Aries.
I
That
don't like
is
this.
an odd pair. That's an odd pair. Aries, I just want to say
Aries
they play too
men
much.
are
They play too
weak.
much. They play
Aries
too
men
much.
are assholes.
They play too much. They play too much. For real. You know I'm not lying. They play too much because it just seems like they don't have no emotions, knowing that they have emotions, but at the same time they don't want to show you what they really feel. Then they wait till the
Yeah,
last
only
minute
emotion that they're gonna show you is anger.
or
You get,
avoidance.
they avoid it the whole time until they get angry enough, and then they show violence. Like you weren't mad, and then as soon as they get it all out, it's like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
You just halfway killed somebody, and you're fine now. Like I'm gonna go back to eating my ice cream. Like the ice cream cone didn't melt; it happened so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. And this Taurus thing, Taurus is they are straightforward people, very, very they can be mean, but they wear their heart on their sleeves. And but you won't know that they wear it on the sleeve until whenever God says.
Mm. I just know don't a Scorpio will be your best friend until you piss it off. And then hell hath no fury. Like a fucking Scorpio.
And Aquarius is we will give you a hug, and if you cry too long, we'll get really, really bored. But we will be in behind you to go get that bitch. We will. We will do that. We'll do that. Okay, Miss Arbor.
Aren't you and Reggie both Aquarius?
Yep.
So I'm watching the two of you to see which direction my son leans because Isaiah's an Aquarius. He's February 17th. And I'm waiting to see which direction he's gonna go because while y'all do have some similarities, you're both on very opposite ends of the Aquarius spectrum.
Yep.
And I'm very curious. Right now, I think Reggie's winning because my kid is like he's real cool, he's laid back, but then all of a sudden he'll say some shit to you that will hurt your absolute feelings, but he says it in the most sweetest way where you don't know what to do. Like, I want to punch you, but, and then he'll be like, no, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
See,
Get
and
out of
see
my
that's the
house.
thing. See, like Reggie and I have huge similarities, like you said, but our differences are huge, but they still similar because we interact on separate spectrums of the zodiac. There are a few traits that he and I inhabit that I wish sometimes that we did not inhabit because we can look at each other and know exactly what the other person is doing or thinking. I mean, it is the weirdest shit. I mean, it is like I'm like, yeah, I already know. You say X, Y, Z, but I know better because you are an Aquarius, and if not one thing, we are very calculated people. You know.
And see,
Let's
my
not talk
other
about
son is
Reggie.
a
Let's not
Scorpio,
talk about
so
Reggie,
I know
please.
what the hell. My other one's a Scorpio, so I know what the hell I'm in for with that one. That's gonna be hell.
Yeah, Scorpios and Aries. Yeah,
Not a good
yeah,
match.
yeah,
Scorpios and
yeah.
Aries are absolutely not a good match. Don't do it.
And just to let y'all know, while Scorpio is the most sexual zodiac of the sign, Aquarius is the most sexually compatible.
No, it's not.
We could goose you and not like you no more. We threw that. Next. I'm just playing, everybody. I'm just playing. But they do say that Aquariuses are players. We're the sign that can talk you out of shit, and but we tend to recluse and come back to ourselves after the damage is done.
Libras are like that too. Libras can talk you out your drawers in a heartbeat.
And just throw the whole damn cancer sign in the
I
trash.
love cancers. Cancers and Scorpios are one of the best compatible matches.
Don't let my sister hear me say that. We see cancers, they play too much too. They play too much. They get you all of your feelings and
They're
then they go.
emotional. Water, if all water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, they're all, I mean, extremely emotional. Cancer is just a little bit extra though.
They are extra.
Don't tell her I said that, but they're extra.
We've been on 33 minutes. So before
Could
we
just get rid of all cancers. What cancer hurt?
I said,
And what
just give
I
it
don't
all
know
up.
what to do with is Geminis. Well, why do they make Geminis? Geminis, like, I feel like I need to be compensated for dealing with a Gemini. Like, I deserve one of them checks at the end of a bad drug commercial.
Aquarius and Geminis actually can be very good friends because I think in Aquarius, because we're non-judgmental people, we can get along with both of them Gemini sides, and so we can understand where they come from, and we can slowly transition that crazy ass back to something normal. We can help them sometimes.
Well, dependent on the Gemini, they're not necessarily, one crazy side, one normal side. They're just they have an on and off switch, and there's just, depending on what they're dealing with at the moment, their focus can be on one thing or another, but not at the same fucking time.
See, Reggie say several friends with several Geminis. Great friends, several Geminis. Yeah, I'm friends with Geminis.
I'm
For
friends with
real.
Geminis too. That don't mean that they're not taxing people sometimes.
They're very taxing. Oh, and let me tell you, they can be taxing and then get mad at you when you tell them, you really kind of wore me out. For real now. I mean, you act like that the world was about you for the whole fucking moment, and you just forgot to ask about me. You just forgot to talk to me, see what the fuck I've been going through. Oh yeah, they got that shit down pat. So real quick, Miss Arbor, let's take a real quick break. I'm going to go and pour me one more shot for the night because I just need one more shot. I have one. I just need one more. And we're gonna come right back. And when we come back, huh?
You said one more? You need one more shot?
That makes two. I have one, then I have one more. That makes two.
Okay. I thought you were saying you need one more, but
One more.
it's gonna be a double shot.
One more. When we come back, we're gonna talk about what Miss Arbor got to talk about. What's on her brain? What's on her mind? I'm nervous about this, but we'll be right back. Give us a quick second. We'll see you in just a moment. So y'all hold on real quick.
Trust me, we got the power to change the world. Need you to trust me. You will get no less than you deserve. Trust me, the thing we got is better than this. Need you to trust me. This town ain't crazy, nobody can.
We back, y'all. We back. We are back. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Do us a favor, go ahead and share this video, follow this broadcast, all that good stuff. Then definitely know that if you missed us on tonight, we are going to be having a rebroadcast of tonight's show. I've been calling the MTG Rewind. So you'll see this broadcast play again at midnight. Also catch us on Anchor FM. And make sure you do that. You can select on anchorfm.com. We're on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on a whole lot of other podcasts that's on Anchor FM. So go ahead and listen to us at your leisure if you like. Again, don't forget tonight replay of this show will be played at midnight on tonight for the MTG Rewind. And you can listen to us. Then YouTube and all the other stuff is also out there as well. Oh, since we do not, since this is the weekend for Labor Day, happy Labor Day weekend to everybody. Since this is Labor Day weekend, MTG Live we will not go on because we will be enjoying the Labor Day weekend. So we will be back the next Saturday. And of course, what I'm going to do, because I didn't get a chance to do this Spiel last Tuesday, I'm going to do it this Tuesday. And then, of course, you'll see Happy Hour with Hendrix. And then we'll be again on Saturday after this coming Saturday. So you guys make sure you join us Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock. We'll be on. And we are going to do our best to make y'all laugh and all that good stuff. So definitely come on and join us and all that good stuff. Again, this is MTG After Dark, and so if you need some questions and stuff like that, if you want to send us a text, any comments, 972-904-2398 is the number you can text or call us, 972-904-2398. Please go ahead and do that, and I do have the voicemail set so we can start getting messages now. Yay for retarded kids. Yay! Yay! All right. Now, you got all that shit out the way. What's on your mind, Miss Arbor? What's on your mind? Tell us what's on your mind.
I got a whole bunch of shit on my mind. I sent you like 1,800 clips and videos of some bullshit today. I did a TikTok today. Y'all know I don't like talking on TikTok. I don't like talking on camera at all, but I'm here.
You look pretty.
Thank you.
Did.
He's talking about in the video, that was when like my hair was still combed and the sun was on me, so I was glowing. Don't judge me right now. So my video today, the question and I'm gonna do a series, I've decided. And it's questions, comments, and concerns. And my question today is, when are we, as a group of people, a community, as women, whatever, when are we going to take the time to discuss the fact that we're not actually all alpha females? In our Black community, especially, but women in general, a lot of women nowadays identify as, I'm an alpha female, I'm a boss bitch, I'm a bad, all this bullshit, right? And that's great. I'm not knocking it. I'm an alpha female at work. I run my own business. I handle different people who are professionals in their own right and their bosses in their own right, but I get to tell them bitches what to do. So, like, I wear my balls all day. However, when I come home, that's not who I want to be. So, am I an actual alpha female? Or do I have some alpha characteristics, but I'm forced to be in this position because I'm single or I've been in relationships with people who have not been able to keep up their alpha consistently? So the video basically said, I'm just looking for somebody who can out alpha me. Can you make me your bitch?
Did you say, can you make me your bitch?
Are you man enough to make me your bitch?
So, question for you.
Okay.
Because I got a few questions. So, with this scenario that you are asking about, I mean, when I scenario the question, would this be in a scenario that a woman should recognize if she's alpha or not, even though she is behaving like one?
Definitely something that we as women need to recognize, because in this whole dating scenario, and as many times as we've talked about dating on this show, one of the common things is women are very masculine now. And I don't mean necessarily in features. I'm not saying you look like a dude. I'm saying you're behaving as one. The whole feminist movement and beating their chest, I can do anything a man can do, blah, blah, blah. You're operating in a masculine place. Well, unless he's gay, the guy doesn't want to date another masculine energy. And even in homosexual relationships, one of them has less masculine energy than the other and more feminine energy. So it still balances out. I'm telling my ladies, you need to decide if you want to sit in this masculine place and fight and compete for who's going to be the man in your relationship, or are you actually looking for the man in a relationship so that you can sit in your feminine space?
So that will require two different kind of men, though, because you have to remember that the reason why a lot of women take that position, just like you said, is because they're absentee guys. Some of us are not there. That we are not watching after the children that we make with these women. We are not
A lot
steady
of
fathers.
a
She
lot of
may
these
not have had a
males,
steady father.
a lot of these males are not men.
Right, right. I agree. I agree with that.
And there's a big difference. I know you and I were talking about it before we came on the show. It's a multifaceted problem, and I'll probably break it down into parts. But one of the major parts is, look at who raised us. Not very many people now were raised by a two-parent household. A lot
Hmm.
of people were raised by a one-parent household, and if you were raised by a single mother, then you saw her do the masculine and feminine things. She had to do everything. So if that's your example, that's what you feel like supposed to happen when you grow up. So when you get into relationships growing up as a female, I think I'm supposed to do it all. And as a male, he saw his mama doing it all. So my wife should be able to do it all too. And then we have a clash once we get into the house going, now I gotta be your mama and your wife and take care of everything. Like, no. See, and this is why I know he did not just say you should. I should what, sir? I'm gonna need you to clarify because I just said some shit and I need
And me personally, I just, you
He
know,
said I should do it all. I should do it all if I'm single. You're absolutely right. I should do it all if I'm single. If I am in a relationship with a man, I should not be doing it all.
but okay, so I think honestly that if we're going to say that in this case that women, there are a lot of women that are more alpha females and things of that nature. I do get that part, but I think a lot of that responsibility still cook,
He gonna
clean,
get
and don't
cussed
make a
out
major
today.
thing.
He gonna get cussed out today. You see,
I,
and this is what I'm talking about with them Geminis right now. Like he playing with me.
I think that when it comes to stuff like that, some women may look for guys who are not going to be on, I guess you can say, his man, his be about his manhood, doing the things that he needs to do because they don't want to lose that control. And there are a lot of women who love to be needed. I get that a lot of women are like, okay, well, I just kind of want to take the seat back and let him do the same, let him do this, that, and the other. Well, you can't start a relationship doing every fucking thing for him and then expect him to take the lead. When you start your shit up or whatever the case is, you have to learn how to pace yourself according to what kind of man you're dealing with. And if he's a man that's an alpha male, it's gonna be like, okay, well, no, I'm gonna take care of this. You sit back. And if you are not used to that, then you have to really, really do some searching in yourself to figure that
Even when
out.
it's what you want, even when it's what you want, it's
Yeah,
uncomfortable as fuck.
right.
Like, let me be the first to say this out loud. Women, when you're asking to be put in your feminine space, when you're asking for this alpha male, for this manly man, for this leader, understand you don't know what the fuck you're asking for. This shit is uncomfortable as hell. It's if you've ever been to a chiropractor before and had your back adjusted, all of a sudden you feel weird because you're so used to the curvature, so used to the dysfunction of that when it's corrected, it don't feel right.
Because you've been out of place so long.
There's been some things said and done, and I swear to God, I want to punch people sometimes because it's so fucking uncomfortable, and I don't know how to sit in that space, but it's the space that I'm asking for.
So are you asking for the space because you're tired of being the alpha female? Or are you asking for that space because you know that you're not an alpha female?
I
Because they're
am.
two different things. Because there are alpha females out there. I mean, that just know that this is
There
what they want.
Um, from what I can tell, I more so identify as an alpha submissive. In my workspace, in my business life, socially, I tend to be more of an alpha. I'm an extrovert. I usually take charge, um, but I do it quietly. It's not something that I go in and I beat my chest about. I'm not trying to be that loud bitch in the club that's saying that I'm the boss bitch. I just get shit taken care of. However, I am more of a behind the scenes, quiet, passive type situation until I notice things aren't getting done. And that's where I am tired of being alpha because I'm tired of having to do everything myself. And that's, a part of being single. That's a part of my bad decisions in picking relationship partners. That's a part of my ignorance because I also wasn't taught how to sit completely in my feminine space.
Well, I was going to say, wouldn't that be the point of it, though? Like, if you're coming up and saying, I want to sit in my feminine space, is it a part of you that says, fuck, he's not doing it like I'm used to it or like I want him to do it, but then force yourself to sit in that space? Because if you say you want the space, take the damn space and shut up with it. Don't bitch about the damn space. Take the space and let him do it, because why would you want to go behind someone that you know is going to take care of it, but it's not at your pace that you want it done?
Because we're used to just doing it ourselves. All of a sudden, now having to sit back and shut the fuck up, is unnatural. It feels horrible. It feels wrong. It's hard to do. But if that's actually what you want and you understand the power in your position, you'll figure out how to do it.
It just sound like an episode of a show that they're gonna come up with called um, "Grind Me Till You Don't Grind Me No More." I mean,
What the hell does that have to do with it? The fuck are you talking about?
because it seems like to me that some women, and I'm not talking about you, I'm just keeping this general. It just seems to me that a lot of women want to occupy this space as being the woman who can follow her man. However, it just seemed to me that when she finally gets in that place or whatever, or start heading toward that place, it just seems like sometimes that it's not enough for her to wait, for her to be patient, to
Because we don't
allow him.
know
No, that ain't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you got to wait forever, but there are some guys who are alpha men, gonna be alpha when they step into it, and that's the way it's gonna be. But then
how.
you can't
Listen,
collide with them
have
if
you
he's
heard
not.
of PTSD?
Huh?
Have you heard of PTSD? I'm so serious. You have to look at it like this, okay? If you've had a string of 15 relationships over the course of your 40 or 50-year life, and out of those 15, 10 of them have done the exact same bullshit, right? So a majority of your life, you've had to put up with the same bullshit. He starts out great, then he slacks off, then he starts failing at this, and when you don't leave, he realizes that he can fail at more stuff. Like you see this pattern of things. So one, we have to change ourselves because she allowed some shit, and however he behaved, they fed off of each other. So now she has to change herself, which is hard to do because change is painful, and she also has to unlearn the behaviors that she learned in those 10 to 15 relationships. So as soon as she gets in a new relationship and it starts looking like that other bullshit,
But
and guys do
I
it
don't think
too.
that she would need to unlearn the behavior. I just think that she would need to, because I wouldn't want a boss bitch. That's just me, and I don't mean bitch as in like you a bitch, but I'm just saying as in the in as authoritatively as I can say it. I would want someone that's a boss. You know what I'm saying? That can handle my lightweight if I'm unable. You
And
know
there's a
the
difference.
thing.
You don't
I
have
mean,
to be an alpha for that. You don't have to be a boss bitch for that. That's what a helpmate and a wife is supposed to be.
but our
But
wives don't help me like that. Our wives be talking about, well, I don't know what to. I mean, some of them. I don't know what to do. He did all of this for me. He did all that for me, and the kids, they're stupid, and he didn't teach me anything. I mean, you got to pick your battles. I would
leave
want a
Karen
strong
out
woman
of this.
behind me. I would want somebody strong behind me that is a person that can push and push and push. It gets on my fucking nerve because I know I can get shit done. But
You
taking
need somebody to push your ass. Don't get me started on you. Now the whiny Karen, the situation there is he chose her and he married her specifically because he could get away with whatever the fuck he wanted as long as he took care of her. He chose someone that wasn't going to push him, that wasn't going to test him, that was going to be docile. He knew what he needed so that he could continue doing and moving the way that he wanted to. So he chose accordingly.
so
Shit.
Brian's comment applies: the cook, the clean, and don't make a major clean.
Um, he doesn't eat what I cook, so I don't have to cook for him. I'm hiring somebody to clean, so yeah, and I don't make scenes because the stuff that I do, I don't need people watching. So
So the analysis of you wanting to sit in your feminine space, is that where you are at this moment? Are you sitting in your feminine space and you are allowing him to take the lead, or are you saying that you are sitting your feminine space and he's automatically taking the lead, and it's making you uncomfortable.
For me personally, I am relationally learning how to sit in my feminine space. I'm not there yet because I'm not in a I'm not in a situation conducive to that at the moment. But am I working on it? Absolutely. I think most of my work is just personal growth, um, learning to play my feminine part and understand some of the energies that I have that I've been giving off over the course of my adult life, how they can be taken as not so feminine, and how to adjust accordingly.
Okay.
So most of my work right now is personal growth. Is me trying to adjust. You know, in dating, am I learning to um am I learning my place? I feel like I am. Is everybody's phone going off at 9 o'clock?
I know, like,
It's like fuck y'all, let's go.
what's going
Am I
on?
learning? Am I learning my place? Absolutely. Is it uncomfortable? Absolutely. It's extremely uncomfortable, but it's also really amazing at the same time. So
So this is what I want to do. I want us to do a show. I know you've done this on Spiritually Ratchet, but I kind of want to dig into it again because I think I maybe was supposed to be on but couldn't be, or something like that. I want to talk about alpha males versus beta males and what are the differences. And I want to also talk about the alpha beta males, the guys who fluctuate between the two, because
uh, a
there
sigma,
are some that do.
a sigma. It's not an alpha beta male. It's a sigma.
Is that what they call? See, I put them together so you can come up with the proper technology and shit, but the saints know what I'm talking about. You call them sigmas.
Yes. There's
That's a
several different.
fraternity.
There's an omega male. There's a hierarchy. There's plenty to go through. I did do a show on that, and I'll have to go through and pull out my research that I did on it. But there's several different identities and categories that men fall under, and their love styles are different. Their leadership styles are different. Um, and the amazing part is you can see yourself in a little bit of all of them sometimes. And just because we're human, we can fluctuate throughout the categories as well, just depending on what's going on in our lives. So,
I just got confused. I'm confused, and I don't like to be confused. I don't like that shit. That shit bothers me, and we're gonna have to talk about that because I need to see this goddamn list. Because an omega male make me feel like I'm last.
yeah, it's not necessarily that, but I mean, it's just they're just different. They're just different, and I mean, a man is still a man. There's some traits that I think, regardless of your leadership style, I think that there's some things that men just need to be men about. But we are not teaching them. Evidence of that little fool that decided to be pregnant with his release date coming up on the 17th. He needs his ass whooped for that.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Cause my mind went somewhere else, but I remember what you was talking
I
about.
hate you. I hate you
It
so
just-
much.
I mean,
You
you can't spring shit up on me and don't even be expecting me to catch it like right away. But if you let me get just a quick think about it, some marijuana, if you, if you let me get,
gotta be quick on your feet, sir.
this has
Killing
been
brain
after dark,
cells.
everybody.
What's his name?
Who?
Uh, what's the boy name?
What boy?
When I sent you the picture of this that did the pregnancy maternity shoot.
Lil Nas X,
Yeah.
he is appealing to the people who he appeals to. I'm gonna leave it like that, cause
That's not appealing. What that is, that's killing the masculinity of our generation, our current generation. It's killing the masculinity of our current generation. And now, thankfully, I don't have any girls, but our girls wouldn't have husbands. They'd have bitches.
well, we did a show a while back, and I'm gonna have to see if I can dig that out. Maybe if Reggie's still watching, he can help me dig that out. We talked about masculinity versus being an actual man. We talked about, does your masculinity make you a man? You know, what are the characteristics of a man if you are born a feminine man, or you are a man that is more in touch with his feminine side, but you are still a masculine man? You know, your moral fibers, you know, your push, your drive, your charisma, your
You
character.
can't be a
Um,
man and no.
we
You
talked
can be
about that.
male. You can have testicles and a penis and be male and not be masculine. But you can't be a man and not be masculine.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I done seen a couple of masculine dudes get their ass whooped by some sisters. So I mean,
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I'm
I
gonna,
mean,
I'm
because
gonna say this and then I'm gonna log off. Um,
well, wait, hold on. I gotta get my head on the button.
you ready? You
Please
ready?
don't put my shit on Facebook and YouTube, please. Okay, what you got?
You ever taken it in the ears? You know that sissies ain't that sissy. Cause you can't do that shit with everybody every day. And if they just mm-mm,
Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good
mm.
night. I'm going to see y'all on Thursday after next. Let me see when we come back on, Miss Arbor, because I'm not fit to fuck with you about this bullshit. September the 16th, we'll be back on, and then again on October the 7th, because this month has
Hey,
well,
that's
we
Bridget's
five
birthday.
Thursdays this week. I mean this month, huh?
That's Bridget's birthday, October 7th.
Okay, so let me first and third. So we'll be off for 2 weeks because we won't come back to the 7th unless we go on the 30th.
I don't know. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we run into before then.
Course, everybody, like I said it to you, September 16th, that's when we come back on up MTG After Dark again. Make sure that you guys listen to us if you can't watch us, or check out the rebroadcast that's going to be tonight at midnight. And on behalf of myself and Miss Barbara, not Barbara, y'all
That's
have a
right.
good night.
Good night.
And we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Sorry.